me, Mario.
Mario 64. Look at it. I mean, look at it. Closer. Closer. Not that close. This is the game we're going to be looking at today. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is In The Game Kaya. Thank you for clicking on this video and checking out my opinions of Super Mario 64, one of the most influential games ever created in all of gaming history. And alongside me is my brother and cohort in crime, Super Shadow 515. Say hello.
I didn't do it! I'm innocent!
So like I said, we're going to be looking at Super Mario 64. And yes, I'm going to keep saying it like that because I like saying it like that. It's fun. So why don't we get into some of the things that were going on in this game. It's one of the, like I already said, one of the most influential games, I'm pretty sure I said that, ever created, especially when it comes to 3D gaming. It pretty much invented 3D platforming.
Yeah, back in 1996 when this game was created, this was probably the first 3D platformer, and definitely the best 3D platformer at the time.
It's one of the best 3D platformers of all time, even today, in my opinion. So,
and in my opinion, even better than the modern Mario platformer games. For example, Mario Galaxy. I played that the other day. It's just wrong. It doesn't handle right.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that a little bit with the gameplay and physics section.
So yeah, back in 1996, 3D video gaming was in its infancy. The Nintendo 64 was coming out, and everybody was sitting around on their couch sucking watermelon seeds, wondering what to do.
Watermelon seeds? How do you know this? You have a time machine I don't know about.
I was alive back in 96.
Yeah. But not by much.
But yeah, and then the Nintendo 64 came out along with Mario 64, and it was the game to play. And it's just crazy, the amount of influence that it had. Up until like the mid-2000s, almost every mascot platformer used the formula that Mario 64 established. Complete an objective, get a
reward,
a token of some kind. So, why don't we, we're almost into it now, why don't we just go ahead and step into gameplay?
Alright, so the gameplay is fairly straightforward. You complete an objective, as you said, and get a star. 120 stars in total for the game.
120 objectives.
120 objectives,
If
right.
my memory serves me right.
I think that's pretty
Did you
obvious.
pull out a calculator?
Yeah, I probably should. Let me double check here. So, and the difficulty of stars can range from just getting to a location, to defeating a boss, to navigating a maze.
Those aren't difficulties. Those are objectives.
Okay, objectives.
Difficulty ranges from casual stroll through a dandelion-infested field to trek through hell and back. Not quite that hard.
Oh, I thought we're talking about 74 Extreme Edition now?
No. Don't get me started on that.
Yeah.
No, Rainbow Ride, some of the Rainbow Ride stars are kind of hard to get.
Yeah.
And it's not, sometimes it's not so much that the star itself is difficult, but that if you mess up, you're most likely going to die. Not just get set back or get hurt, but most likely going to die.
Yeah, and I'm sure you guys can see that from the video playing in the background here.
Oh, just a heads up, we make these references? We're staring at my desktop wallpaper right now. It's not exactly playing a video right now, so yeah.
Just bear with us.
The power of video editing! But yeah, the gameplay is extremely solid. The premise, yeah, okay, maybe it gets a little bit worn towards the end, but it's really nice, it's really fun.
And then there's the physics.
The physics are just perfect. Save for maybe the wall kick being a little bit twitchy, but other than that, it's just near perfection. And everything moves so tight and so quick. It's like playing Smash Brothers. You know, the level of techniques that you can pull off. There are advanced techniques that most people don't know about, much like in Smash Brothers, that most people don't know about that you can use to your advantage. And this is mostly influenced by the speedrunning community.
Ooh, yes. Thank you, Twitch.
Yeah, my record for a 120-star speedrun is somewhere in the 5-hour range, and I didn't do that all in one sit down. but the world record is like in hour 59 or something like that.
Just under 2 hours.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And you watch these 2-hour-long 120-star speedruns, and the things they do are just ridiculous.
And there are some things that those speedrunners do that won't. The glitches they use that don't happen to normal people. Like, for example, in Hazy Maze Cave, I saw once some guy got crushed by a platform. He glitched through the floor and down into that water-filled chamber.
He did it on purpose, yeah. But if you just tried it, unless you know how it works, it's not going to work. I don't know how people figure those things out.
And there's also that thing in the small spiral staircase up to the 3rd floor.
High jump on the left side, and you can grab onto the upper part of the staircase and bypass the complete staircase if you don't feel like trekking up 5 seconds worth of stairs.
Yes. I hate stairs.
Speedrunning tactics.
Even in games, I hate stairs.
It saves 0.2 of a second. I'm implementing that into my run. But yeah, there are, as you can tell, there are some issues. I mean, this game is running on the brand new Nintendo 64. It was pioneering technology. There are a couple of issues with it, mostly when it comes to collision. And of course the backwards long jump, which shouldn't work, but it does. And I don't think I have to explain the backwards long jump, but here we go! If you are on a slope, or something that's rising, like an elevator or something, you can long jump and then back yourself up while you're long jumping and start long jumping backwards.
Or even long jump in place.
Yeah. You can long jump in place if you want to, but it's completely useless.
Well, not necessarily.
You mash the jump button while you're going backwards as fast as humanly possible, and then push it a little bit faster, and you will go up, 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 and backwards really, really fast. My guess is that for some reason Mario doesn't really have a backwards momentum cap when it comes to the backwards long jump. And he can slam himself through walls and anything.
Yep.
You just look up a 0-star speedrun. You can beat the game in about 7 minutes.
If you know what you're doing.
If you know what you're doing.
And don't have a broken A button like the controller I use.
His A button's a little bit twitchy.
Well, it was your controller first. You broke it for me.
Let's not get into this right now.
No, let's not.
Let's talk about the visual fidelity of the game.
Fidelity?
Yes. Obviously, being on a 64-bit console, it's not perfect. It's not Xbox One or PS4 level graphics.
Really? I didn't know that. Just look at this. I thought that was next-gen system right there.
You can count the polygons on one hand, missing 3 fingers.
Anyways, yes, it's fairly low poly, but you'd expect that. The 64 was not a very powerful system. This was made in the mid-90s.
Yeah, and for its time, it was great graphics. And they're not eyesores.
No.
And there's something that Mario 64 does that I think is remarkable. If you play a game like Tony Hawk, which came out in, 98 or 99, the original Tony Hawk Pro Skater game, for the PlayStation, the textures are really, really pixelated, and it gives the environments a very kind of dirty feeling, or
also,
gritty.
I don't know if that was just if that actually happened, or if it was just the emulator we were using, but all the textures seemed to warp as you got closer.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how that works, but...
But we're getting off topic again.
Yeah, but the thing is, Mario 64 doesn't look gritty with its pixelated texture.
No, it doesn't.
It looks very smooth and cartoonish, which I have to give it credit for. It's impressive. And it does not the kind of thing that you have to put on some sort of visual filter. Sometimes those filters improve gameplay, but not always. And how about the music and sound effects in this game?
Ooh boy, music. Now we're talking. Anybody that is even remotely close to gaming has probably heard
Bob on Battlefield.
Bob on Battlefield. Obviously, because of copyright, we can't play it, but
Well, plus I don't have the actual music track. I don't own the Mario 64 OST. I own most of the Sonic stuff. So,
But the music is great and catchy. It sets a great feel for what's going on in the level. And I love it. And the sound effects work really well too.
yeah, and in a game like Mario 64 where you hear Mario makes a hoo-ba, hee-ha, for anything that he does, okay? It sounds like a drowning turkey.
I don't know about that last one, but I'll agree with the rest of them.
Yeah, sounded like a drowning turkey. But, yeah, it never gets old, though. It's not anything that would make you mute your TV, like a lot of other video game characters that simply won't shut up.
Let's not get into that.
Yeah.
Because I know where this conversation is going.
Well, there's not a lot to talk about in terms of audio. I mean, all around it's very, very solid. Is it perfect? No.
No.
But another thing that's impressive is the fact that all of these songs are rendered from MIDI.
You mean MIDI?
Yeah, that too. But yeah, I know so because I've dabbled in Mario 64 modding, and to think that there are MIDIs that render this, it doesn't sound too much like an MIDI. So if you listen close, you can tell. You can tell. But it's really, really good for an MIDI.
It is.
And extremely detailed.
So now let's move on to level design, now that we're done with audio.
Are there any level designs you particularly have a problem with?
There are two in particular. I know we were talking about this earlier when I was playing it earlier, finishing up my 70-star run. Which, by the way, is how many is required to beat the game.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have at least 70 stars, unless you cheat your way to the finish. Which I have done. Guilty as charged. I haven't done it in 0 stars, but I have done it with only 30.
Yeah. But the levels, specifically Tiny Huge Island, is the only one I really have a problem with. Because the level is either scaled just a little too big or way too small. But that's the gimmick of the level, you know, the Tiny Huge Island. It's not averagely moderate island.
Yeah, the other one that we both have a problem with is Rainbow Ride. I believe we mentioned this previously. It's okay, but if you mess up,
You're dead.
You're dead.
It's not really a bad level design. It's just the difficulty spike goes from can do this to like that.
Feeling like a hamburger right now, are you? I believe that's how that translates. And mumbling.
No, I just got back from the dentist, can't you tell?
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's pretty much the only problem with level design is Tiny Huge Island. There are some stars that if you don't know where they are, you're probably going to have to look them up in a guide. I'm thinking of Danger, Falling Rocks, Watch for Falling Rocks.
Yeah.
There are a couple other stars like that. They're just a little too cryptic.
I was going to make a comment about Mario Hack, but I will refrain, because that's getting off topic again.
Oh yeah, one thing, quick note. On this channel, I'm going to do more than just reviews of original games. I'm also going to review mods and hacks. Preferably total conversion mods and hacks, that kind of thing. So you can look for Mario 64 hacks to be reviewed in the future.
Hopefully.
Not immediately, of course. But that's pretty much all we have to talk about. I mean, this game set the standard for 3D gaming, especially with its camera and controls.
Oh yes, camera and controls, we forgot about that. For those that don't like the Lakitu camera like I do in certain situations, the Mario Cam works great as long as you zoom it out.
Yeah, otherwise you get a nice close-up view of the back of Mario's head, and you get to count all of his hairs, all 2 of them.
all 2 of them that you can see, unless you got blown off the platform.
Then you can count all 3 of them.
Yes, all 3 of them. Wait, are we talking hairs or polygons?
But yeah, the influence is undeniable, and it's an incredible feat of programming and design, and it's an incredible feat of design, and it still holds up today. So with that in mind, score, what do you give it?
I will give it a 9.
I got 9.5 out of 10, so that's a grand total of 18.5 out of 20.
I don't know why you have to add those together. 18.5 out of 20. People at home are like, eh?
And a waffle.
And a waffle.
18.5 and a waffle out of 20.
Oh, and a waffle. Can I add the upside down rainbow fish?
Not now. But that's all we've got for today, guys. Let me know if you enjoyed the review, how you think we could improve, or is there anything that we missed? Let us know. That's all I've got to say, so I'll see you later.
See ya. Thanks for watching.